Okay, well, welcome to our January National Meeting Night. So nice to see all of your faces. I love this. This is like the happiest day of the whole month when I can see all of your beautiful faces. So I'm Betsey Bishop. I live in Virginia. I'm a Senior Executive Director with Touchstone Crystal by Swarovski, and it's really great to see all of you this early in the month of January. A bunch of us just came back from Las Vegas where we attended the big deal leadership experience. We spent about 48 hours together at the Venetian Resort, eating and drinking and laughing and sharing ideas. And we had just a wonderful time of learning about new systems, simpler ways of doing our business, simpler ways of helping all of our team members, new and experienced, to get more success in 2019 from their businesses. So I want to do a quick broad brush, and then we have a very active 58 and a half minutes to go of our meeting tonight. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what's possible in January. I love January, definitely better than any other month of the entire year. And it's because so many people want something fresh and new. Most of us are taking a fresh approach to things. We're happy to put the old year behind, possibly, and we're excited for what a new year can bring us in. And in a business, that sometimes means getting rid of cobwebs and getting rid of things that were holding us back. And the really great thing is that while you're getting rid of cobwebs and getting rid of things that were holding you back in 2018, Touchstone Crystal is getting better and better and better. So this month we have a gorgeous new catalog. Anybody here like any of the jewelry that they saw? Anybody see anything at all that they liked? Just something? Yeah. What about double host rewards? Anybody like twice the free jewelry that they can get from their own party? Yeah, it's great. And so the neat thing is that those two things alone combined can literally revolutionize your business. So I don't care what happened in the past with your business, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. The really cool thing is that the rear view mirror in your car is a whole lot smaller than your windshield. So what happened behind is only for a little bit of reflection. What's ahead of you is a big, huge windshield. Double host dollars in a brand new catalog will get you an awful lot of that. What would happen if you hosted your own party and 4 more parties this month because of this new catalog and because you got ambitious and you wanted a whole lot more friends to have a whole bunch more jewelry? What kind of income would you end up with? What kind of confidence would you have? How much better would you feel about your business? Think about what that would feel like on January 31st. You go, wow, I got all that jewelry for my own launch party. I didn't pay hardly anything for it. So my display looks great for February, March, April. And oh my gosh, I had those great hostesses and they're so excited. And now they're wearing all my jewelry and so are their friends. And I see them around town at the PTA meeting and I see them at work. I see them on the soccer field and they're wearing my jewelry. All that happened in the month of January. What if you could do that? This is the beautiful thing, is that on any given day of the year, you can put that into motion, but it's easiest today to put this into motion. So I want to do a couple of things. And then we're going to dive in with some testimonials and some specifics to help you get all of that. First thing I want to do is a little bit of December. Think backwards in your rearview mirror. Think backwards to December. And I want to see, with a show of hands, who here sold $1,000 in the month of December? Who here sold at least $1,000? That's a lot of you. Congratulations. Who here sold at least $2,000 in the month of December, earning $600 or more? Congratulations. Who here sold over $3,000 in the month of December? A lot of you. Oh my goodness. Who here sold $4,000 or more in the month of December? That is a very large crowd. I'm going to read to you the list of our top 10 sales in the month of December for the entire organization. Number 1 in sales with $11,000, $11,230 to be exact. In sales, herself was Terry O'Neill, Senior Director from Virginia. Congratulations, Terry. Number 2 in sales with $10,769 in sales was Carrie Hertland from the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. I'm not kidding you. Middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. It's a beautiful middle of nowhere, I will say. Number 3 with $6,681 in sales, Lindsey Cavanaugh, Senior Executive Director from Ohio. And she'll be speaking to us in a few minutes. Number 4 in sales, Liz Friedman with $6,642, Key Director from Virginia. Number 5 in sales was me, $6,581 in sales. Number 6 was Jacqueline Strominger from Reno, Nevada with $6,390. Number 7 from Ohio with $6,336 is Cheryl Hogle. Number 8 from Virginia is Rose Butka with $5,600 in sales. Number 9 from the San Francisco Bay Area, Key Consultant 2, Fariba Whitecanut. Oh, and Rose Butka promoted to Group Leader in the month of December as well. Congratulations to Rose. Way to go, girl. Fariba Whitecanut, number 9 in the San Francisco Bay Area, Key Consultant 2 with $4,700 in sales. And number 10 is relative newcomer Lisa Snow from Ohio with $4,700. That is amazing. Amazing, amazing. December. So people who tell me that they can't sell jewelry in December, seriously? Really? Nobody buys jewelry in December? A lot of people buy jewelry in December. Let me also share with you, we had some top performers in sponsoring and sharing the business, sharing the heart of the business. The best thing that we have to offer is our business opportunity. And I want to share with you the top people in sponsoring as well. Number 1, Heather Driscoll, 3 team members. Heather started with our company in December, and she had 3 team members and $4,300 in sales. Pretty remarkable. Number 2, and tied for 2, are Terry O'Neill from Virginia, Lori Downey in North Carolina, and Susan Ackerman in Nevada. All 3 of them sponsored 2 people themselves in the month of December. So congratulations to all of you. All right, so I want to do something. I need to figure out how to get the chat thing going here because I need to find out who on this call started with us most recently. And I think you're going to have to click chat or something or hold it up on a piece of paper so I can see it. So if you started with us in the last month, because I'm about to give away a prize. Who started most recently? Lindsay, help me out here. Keep track of who it is. So if you started 3 days ago, Ginger did. She started 3 days ago on Fariba's team. All right, 3 days. Anybody start more recently than 3 days ago? And Ginger and I met on the call earlier. And you can unmute if you have to.
I'm looking through.
Okay. Anybody else start more recently than 3 days ago? Also, do we have any guests on the call? Lindsay is scanning the crowd.
I am scanning.
She's scanning all 64 of you. Okay.
Making sure I'm not missing.
Mm-hmm. Anybody? Ginger's like, is it me? Is it me? Is it me? It might be Ginger. I don't know. We're going to see in a minute. Is it me? Is it me?
Okay. I think I'm looking at the chat one more time to see if there's anybody, but I don't think so.
Okay. Anybody?
So we have, yes, we have one that started today. In chat, she just commented. Is it?
Shaney?
Yep, Shaney Humphreys.
Well, then I think we need a prize for both Shaney and for Ginger.
I do too.
On the new consultant training call earlier tonight. Isn't that a great idea, Ginger?
We think so, yes.
Okay, all right. We will be sending out a little jewelry prize to both of you. Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Congratulations, and thank you for being on the call. That's wonderful. We're so happy to have you. Okay, the next thing I want to do is for those of you who just came back, Lindsay, we don't have an exact testimonial, do we, for Las Vegas? We're doing a little panel, is that right?
Oh, yes, you're right.
Okay, great. For those of you who were in Las Vegas just now with us, I'd like for you to unmute yourselves. I have a couple quick questions that I would love for you to share with everyone.
Hi, this is Shannon in Vegas.
If you were in Vegas, unmute.
Unmuted.
Unmute. Okay, very good.
Shanna, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, Shanna. There you are. Good.
Hi.
So, Shanna, I will start with you. In fact, Shanna Campbell from Florida. We had women from all over the country, and there were 220 leaders in Las Vegas. Shanna, what was the biggest takeaway for your business that you got from your time in Las Vegas? What's the number one thing that you want to do with your business now that you're back?
To hold more sparkle calls and to build a better team by using the tools that Touchstone has provided for us, because they've given us so many new tools. They can better do so and achieve operating.
Are you all having trouble hearing her, or was it just me?
Yeah, she's doing it now.
Hey, Shanna, I'm going to come back to you, and thank you so much for that. Heather, I wonder Heather was my roommate. I wonder if you would share, what was your biggest takeaway for your business?
So hard. I literally have 10 pages of notes. So it's like really hard to pick one. I think, gosh, yeah, that's hard. The thing that hit me the hardest, I think, is not the idea of not doing our new consultants launch parties for them. That really, I think, is going to change a lot for me and my team. So I'm excited about that.
Because we want independent consultants.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. And it's a great way to help you become that.
When we want them to be, on their own. So.
That's great. Right. Okay. Who else? Who else is unmuted who went to Las Vegas who could answer that question? What was your biggest takeaway?
Can you hear me better now?
Maybe. I don't know.
Let someone else go, and then we can come back to me.
Okay. Who else?
So this is Jacqueline. My biggest takeaway was really to use our systems and to promote our club, because it is an amazing company. We have all the tools, and this business is a gift for everybody, and anybody can do it. We have all the tools. So
that was your big takeaway. Good.
Just really making sure that we're using the systems.
Mm-hmm. Great. Kim, how about you? I see you on. Hi, welcome. Glad you made it back. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can? Okay, good. Well, my takeaway is a restart. That's because I went with the wrong attitude when I got there, and I come back with the right attitude. How's that?
Imagine that.
I just got off the plane a little while ago and got up at 5 o'clock this morning, so I'm a little bit tired. And the restart is definitely going to happen. I lost everything. Mm-hmm. But I got back and I ran and got, I don't know if you can see this, my phone keeps going bad. But as you can see, I don't know what's wrong with my phone. You see what I got on my table? I've got a table full. So I'm still on my mindset that let's go forward and let's do this all over again.
That's wonderful. And you know what's really great is that we can do that on any given day, and it's even easier to do in the month of January with a brand new catalog and with double hostess dollars and a terrific sponsoring incentive. So that's what we're going to be talking about now. We're going to dive in. I'm going to turn the reins over to Lindsey Cavanaugh, Senior Executive Director from Ohio, and have her explain to us all about how we start our business, whether we're brand new or whether we've been around for a very long time, and what are the benefits of that, and how do we make that work. So thanks, Lindsey.
Thank you, Betsy. Hi, everybody. Some of you have heard me say these things before, that's for sure. But it's because it always stays the same. If we just do these basic steps and follow the system, it'll always bring us results. And I like to refer to it as playing Glam Plan. So all of you that are in Glam Plan now, awesome. You're just going to follow your little Glam Plan checklist and check your little boxes as you go. But for the rest of us that aren't in Glam Plan, I want you to pretend you are. And all of you commit to doing a launch party plus 4 more in January. And what that can do for you is what I really want to share, the benefits of that. Just think of the income, the incentives, the amount of new customers that you'll meet, which ultimately is going to fill your February and your March and your April. And it's starting off your year fabulously. It's actually so powerful, and I'm a numbers girl, that every single person on my team ever that has completed a launch party +4 at the start of a catalog have had the most successful businesses in the year, 1. And 2, they've earned, every single person that did a launch +4 last January earned, Alaska. Every person that did a launch +4 the August before earned Punta Cana. Like, that's how powerful launch +4 is. It's amazing. And you don't have to think of like all these things, or don't have to recreate systems. Just say, okay, I'm going to book parties. I'm going to go after it. And in the end, I'm going to have a great paycheck, boatloads of incentives, all the host jewelry for my launch party, new customers, and a full calendar. And then your business, the wheel is going to start moving on its own, right? Because you're going to go to your parties. You're going to follow your party presentation. You're going to go in there with intentions. You're going to find new team members, women to sponsor and bring into this business with you and partner with. And you're going to start your host coaching process right there when they get their dates. And you don't have to keep restarting, because you're going to fill your calendar from what you just did. And it's beautiful. So just say, it's a new year. I'm doing it. Set it up, and don't let yourself off the hook. And I'm going to work to get this filled, and start with 1. You don't have to say, oh my gosh, I have to book 5 parties as soon as they hang up the Zoom. Just start with 1 and just go after it and keep going. And it just will keep on rolling, I promise. And just pull out your glam plan again and literally visualize it. Say, okay, I'm playing glam plan. How does that sound? Awesome.
Awesome. Wait to do that with my whole team. Thank you.
Welcome. Betsey, and now I'm going to go into calendar blocking. Betsey?
Sure, that'd be great. So the way to make that happen, though, it's not just like, woohoo, let's run out the door and do this. The really cool thing is that we have such a great system for whether we're brand new or we've been at this a while. We want to do this exact thing that Lindsey's going to share with us every single month to make sure that we get the business that we want.
So tonight, if you're sitting there and you're looking at your calendar, maybe you have 0 parties, or maybe you have 1, and you're like, oh shoot, how am I going to do that? Or I don't know if I believe in myself. Really think about your goal first. What is it that you want to do? And then pull out your calendar. I always do, I say 6 or 8 week view, but print out a January and a February, or grab your, however you like to do your calendar, but look at that calendar and pick the dates that you are available to have parties in January, and do February too. But look at January now and think, okay, these are the 4 or 5 dates that I have left that I want to party. Or maybe you haven't done that yet. Pick the dates that you want to party. Go through and highlight them. These are the dates that I want to party. Write them down, know them, right? And when you're going after your bookings, you have your dates ready, and you're going to offer 2 or 3 of those dates to your contacts when you're making your list and you're doing your reach outs, so that your dates work for you. And also, when you're offering your hostesses dates, when you're reaching out to them, it gives them something to look at, and they could say, oh no, those 3 dates you offered me, I'm in Hawaii. When do you have any other dates open? But if you leave them just open-ended, it's so overwhelming sometimes for people to even pick a date that could work for them. It takes them so long to get back to you. But if you give them specific dates, they can look and say yes or no. Yes, that works, or no, it doesn't. So that's the beauty of that. So we're going to provide verbiage for you on all of our organizational pages too for you in the end. But having your dates ready will be very helpful, because you'll just be able to add your dates in to the to some of the sample verbiage that we're going to give you on our team pages. So now think of this. You set a goal. You blocked your calendar. Now you're going to set a goal. Okay, yep, this is what I want to do. I'm going to book blank, blank, and blank date. And I will tell you, when I started, I was horrible at calendar blocking 1. But then when I learned about calendar blocking, I became really good at calendar blocking. But I forgot, guess what part? To actually book parties on those dates. I knew which ones I was going to party, but I did actually commit to always making sure that I booked those ones. So a really fabulous idea is, if you're going to pick the dates that you want to party, now make sure you book them. So, and again, everybody's number is different. Some people want to hold 10. Some people want to hold 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whatever your number is, it is about you. It's not about me or Betsy or anybody else on this call. It's only you. So whatever your goal is, that's awesome. Write it down, share it with your upline leader, and let's go after it. And just, we're going to talk more about some, who we're reaching out to, and we're we have wonderful other team members who are going to share things tonight, but get ready for the verbiage, know your dates, set those goals, and let's go after it. And let's all commit to that launch party +4 and start off our year rocking out. All right?
Great. One of the really neat things too that we have in place is a host coaching checklist. So once we get these parties in line, sort of like what Lindsey said, it's great to set the dates that you want to do parties, but you got to remember to book the parties. And then when you book the parties, you got to remember to do the host coaching for those parties. And honestly, host coaching is probably the biggest miss in selling, because we so often end up with parties that are faltering, hostesses that are insecure, and sales and host rewards that are far lower than they ever needed to be because we weren't doing our host coaching. We now have a host coaching checklist, and it was just upgraded and updated the other day. I don't think it's been posted yet. Lindsey, tell me again, is it Mary Kudla who's doing the, oh good, okay, can you unmute, darling? We have an expert hostess coacher who's going to be talking to us about how she uses the host coaching checklist as a simple system to make sure her parties are fantastic. So take it away, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. So first, the importance of host coaching, which, Betsy already touched on. It's two things really: to build relationships, your credibility, and your trust with your host. That's the one of the main things. We're trying to build relationships here, not just to party, one time, get some sales, but maybe have repeat hostesses and build from there. And it also ensures a productive party. Does this through getting excellent attendance, higher sales, more bookings, and even sponsoring leads. So building relationships and ensures a productive party is the reason for host coaching. The new checklist is up. It's actually in downloads, and I have it here so you can see.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and those red spots on there, that's actually verbiage that is, it's pretty much what I already use. So it works. I mean, obviously I'm an expert at hostess coaching, I guess. I'm pretty good at following up with hostess coaching, and so I do have my verbiage saved in my phone. I have a notes section, and so I make it really easy on myself to just copy and paste while I'm going through these steps. So again, it's in downloads. You can print it out there, and I recommend printing one out for each party. At the top of the sheet, it does have a section for your host, phone number, the email, and you always want a hostess coach in the way that that host requested, if it's email or phone or by text or Facebook. So make note of that too, so you're not emailing her all the time and she's only on Facebook. And also it says like the best time and dates to reach them too. So you could be posting, or messaging mid-afternoon and she's at work. You're not going to get any response. So printing one off for each party keeps you in line and aware of the best times to reach her. Not to mention, it is a checklist. So as you're going through each step, you can say, I did that one. I did that one. Now, there are dates and not dates, but suggested times of when to do each of these steps, but based on how far out your party is, that might vary a little bit. But so just real quick, I'm going to go through some of the steps, and if you have this or go grab it, you can get more detailed. But right away, usually at a party is where we meet our potential hostesses. Maybe you're standing in line at the store or something, and that's where you're booking a party. But right away, you're going to select the time and date, maybe even a theme for your party. And then hopefully, if it's out and about, you at least have some material to give her, but a hostess packet. Mine is just a couple of order forms, a catalog, sparkle brochure, and a And then you do, if you get the sense, I don't always do it right on the spot, but ask about their interest in the business. Like if you feel like they're a good fit, like right away, maybe you can work that into your questioning. Hey, maybe this could be, your launch party, but that leads to a deeper conversation. Encourage her to get excited about the jewelry right away, make her wish list, and discuss that you are going to be setting everything up for her, making the invitation and getting that to her, and also to expect an email the next day when you have it set up. And let her know that you are going to reach out, preferably by phone, so that you can set up a time to get more detailed. So the next step is the day after the party or the day after you meet the host. You're confirming the date, because remember, most of the time we're saying, oh, we'll follow up and make sure that that's good for you. And so that gives them the chance to say, oh, I forgot my son's got a birthday party or whatnot. You also want to go over the hostess rewards, and this is in the back of the catalog. It's a little check mark on here. So you can say, yes, I did show the maximum hostess rewards, and that's what we're aiming for, is a perfect party. And the way to do that is by over-inviting 30 to 40 people. Another little mark on here. So most of the time, and if we've been doing this for a while, it's second nature to us. We just want to reach as many people as possible. So it's like a no-brainer, invite a gajillion people. But they might be thinking, oh, my house is small, I can only invite 5 or 6. But they don't understand that you're only going to get about a third of those people. So I kind of go over that multiple times with them, say this is the reason for inviting 30 to 40 people, so that they have some logic behind it and they don't just think that you're crazy and you're going to have 40 people there. Again, a little bit of a reminder to check up on her interest in the business if you didn't do it previously. And then if you use Facebook, or you ask if they use Facebook, you can create an event for them. And then you can start to message, give them verbiage for the messages that they're getting. If they're getting no's for their party, right here, there's a little bit of a line that says, sorry, you're going to miss my girls' night. But if you want to place an order before my party, I'm going to enter you into my special drawing. So just copy and paste those messages and get them out to her, so that as she's getting the RSVPs, she has a response and she feels like, okay, I have somewhere to go from here. I didn't just get a no, and now I'm like, oh, I don't have any friends that can come. So the next step is about a week before you check in on her RSVPs. Same line, the host is going to get nervous because all the no's come in first. Just reassure that that's normal. And this would also be, actually before this, you want to ask, how many people have you invited? Because even though you told her invite 30 to 40, maybe she invited 10, and you're like, oh, girl, you can definitely invite more than that. And again, reiterate why. And then as she's getting these no's, she's going to feel more confident because now, okay, maybe I didn't invite enough. You were right. I guess you do know what you're talking about. So that's reinforcing the trust that you're building with her. There's more verbiage for the maybes, or the people that haven't responded. And always send out reminders to your host for the yeses as well, because everybody's busy. You might as well just give her information to say, text us out to your yeses, just so that they remember about all the fun. Also in this time, you will have asked for her wish list and show her the need for some outside orders based on her party numbers, and review the day before what time you're going to get there, how you're going to set up, if you need to bring a table, if she has a space for it, keeping the refreshments or the party snacks kind of simple. I try to tell them it's casual, it's no big deal. Most of my hostesses don't listen, and they make this grand spread, which is a little bit annoying because then it seems like everybody else has to do that. So if that is the case, I tend to go, oh my gosh, Susie's got this enormous, wonderful, creation for our party tonight. That's so great, but really it could just be a bottle of wine and a box of crackers. So I give people that bit of info that it doesn't have to be all. And then once you're at the party, that's still hostess coaching. You want to allow her to engage with her party, but also maybe mention, hey, just take a peek, watch what I'm doing tonight, maybe see if you can see yourself doing this. And, you're greeting the guests, and you go about your business after that. So it's just pretty much what I've been doing, but the fact that we have a brand new checklist with words right on the page that we can use is just exciting and very helpful. It just makes it so easy. You don't have to create your own system. This is one that is proven to work. So I really think that it drives sales because it's your bit of control prior to the party. You have the ability to influence who's going to be there in a way by, ensuring that the host invites enough people, by making sure that she realizes why we're inviting 40 people, not just 10, and then connecting it back to the amount of jewelry that she wants. This is why we need this many people. So it's a good thing. Use it.
Excellent. Thank you so much. We were really excited about this in Las Vegas to see the improvement to the already excellent system. When we have more people at a party, we have that many more people to talk to about the business, more women who we will run into who might really be captivated by the idea of working with Touchstone Crystal. Most women do not come to a party looking for a business, ladies. But in our winsome and sweet way, when we're at the party and we're in front of 8 or 10 women because we've done good host coaching and we're helping that hostess, you never know which of those women need this. You never know who needs self-esteem. You never know who needs income, who needs a night out away from the children maybe, whose husband just lost his job and they need extra. They need to make the car payment. There's so many things that this company can give people, and you get to meet these women at parties. This is the best place to do your greatest good. So next up, I want to talk a little bit about another thing that is new for us, and it's the Glam Cashback program that they extended into January. And Jacqueline Strauminger is a director in Reno, Nevada, and she is about to share with us how she's been using this program herself and also with her team. And she came back sick also from the
Not feeling 100%.
You what?
Certainly not feeling 100%.
I know, but you know what? You at 80% or 50% is still better than the rest of mankind. So we'll take it and we appreciate it. So she's going to share with us how to use the Glam Cashback program at a party and also away from a party, the kinds of things that you might say. So thank you, Jacqueline, for being so willing to help. And you're so experienced in this, so thank you.
So I'm sure you guys have all seen this sheet. I want to, if you haven't, it's in the back office. It's also on all of our team pages. But this is really the most amazing thing. So when we're at our parties and one of the things that I love to do is make sure that I'm wearing a necklace and I'm out and about as well. That's $139 or more. Because I can tell somebody, look at that, this necklace is $139. But let me tell you a little bit about this. So let me just share with you, at the party, when I mention it while we're doing the 5 party cards, if somebody's asked a question, but where it really comes into play at the party is when I'm doing the checkout, because I'm checking in and I'm asking them questions about what they liked about the party. And I really like to have myself make sure that I ask everybody 3 questions. Did you have a super fun time? Or where would you like to go on vacation? Could you ever see yourself doing anything like this? And what date are we going to be partying together? So when I'm doing that, I'm also sharing this and I'm looking also at her order so that it's going to start out with some questions. So if she has some of these pieces on here, I might even say, oh, I noticed that you've got some of these pieces that are in our kit. Could you ever consider, doing anything like this? Isn't this a pretty cool thing? You get to join us and get your entire kit back if you do $2,500 in sales. A lot of times, and I'll see what she's going to say, and I will ask her, some more questions. But the other thing that I really also have been really doing with this at every single party is making sure I actually give a copy of it to people that I think are special, that I think are talented, and that I'm going to say, I'd love to share something with you. Can we set up a time to talk? We've got a great program. it may not be something that you've even thought about, but there's something about you that, you said to me tonight that you wanted to go to Maui. Well, we have a trip to Maui. So I'm going to relate it back to something that the person said to me. So I always like to have these also out and about on the table, along with the consultant Sparkle Guide, because I want to make sure that I at least give 3 of those out to people. I also do carry with me the Ready, Set, Glam Getting Started Guide, because if there is an interest, I can also hand somebody that to say, look, we give you all the tools. I want to show you what we have. Here's a Ready, Set, Glam Guide. Let's set up a time to talk. But anyway, getting back to the party, really, this is having a tray, wearing jewelry that's $139, having a tray that's $139, having this all out. And you can even put a stand up that says in front of the tray so that you're creating interest and it's sparking a conversation at your party. That tray is really, really key. And you can even pass it around. When you are out and about, there are 2 things that I can't stress enough. Because again, we want to be wearing some piece of jewelry that might be $139, or people are, we're going to be able to open up and say, we've got somebody compliments us on our jewelry. We can say, we've got this great program right now. I'd love to share with you how you could get this for free and more. Can I get your information? And we experienced this in Vegas. Please, ladies, make sure you have your cards with you, or that you have already set this little sparkle brochure with your contact information on it, so that you can hand the information, the little brochure, to somebody, and then you can also have a little notebook that you carry with you so that you can capture their information. It is really important to capture information. If you don't want to carry a notebook, you could carry, print out some little sheets of paper, but I like the notebook because it makes it really nice and neat. But I do carry these with me also so that I can share these with people as we're out and about. And it all goes back to when I was talking with the person, what they commented on or what made them stop me, so that I can relate it back to them. And I relate it back to this.
Those are really smart ideas, Jacqueline. Thank you. So like I said, even, sick, you still have better ideas than most of us put together. So congratulations on that. Something else to think about, just, again, you get what you focus on. We get the parties we focus on. We get the team members when we're focusing on getting team members, we get team members. What if we made black and white copies of that, Jacqueline, and we took them to every party and we gave them out with the receipts to people?
Yep.
Said, I don't know if you'd ever be interested, but this is an amazing time to give Touchstone Crystal a try. And you give them this to look at and to take home with them. The reality is, if we're doing 4 or 5 parties in January and we're meeting all these women and we're giving one to every single one, we're going to find somebody who's at least a little bit curious about this. And I loved your idea about having the Ready, Set, Glam Guide with you at parties. Most women, if they're curious about the business and they decide not to start, it's usually out of fear. And sometimes it's fear of time, but other times it's just fear of failure. When we can show them that Ready, Set, Glam Guide, it's that simple duplicatable system that allows them to start strong and successfully. And that can very often make the difference between not having enough information and just dismissing the whole thing versus seeing what it would actually look like if they were to give it a try and say, yeah, I could see myself actually doing it this way. And I would feel confident because I see what the system looks like. So Jack, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So
You're welcome.
Sure. Was there a question? No. So I would like to introduce Lisa Snow from Ohio. And Lisa is a fairly new consultant and group leader, and she was in Las Vegas with us. And I'd love to have her share a little bit of her testimonial about what it's been like with Touchstone and how she's achieved as much. Maybe, Lisa, you can explain what you've achieved so far and how you've done it. What's your secret sauce?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. Like Betsey said, I'm Lisa. I'm in Ohio. I'm on Lindsey Cavanaugh's team. And I started with Touchstone in the beginning of September. And I can honestly say that right out of the gate, I looked at this as a business, that this was a business opportunity. I had looked at other direct sales companies before I decided on Touchstone, and I had decided on it, honestly, at the end of the day. It came down to the brand name. I knew I didn't have to convince anybody what it was, and it was a very unsaturated market, and I thought this is what I want to try. So I kind of went into it kind of committing to Lindsey, first of all, and I decided I was going to do whatever she told me to do, and also the glam plan. Like the glam plan, it was my roadmap to essentially what I have achieved, and I just set up a plan. I knew I needed to do X amount of parties in order to reach the different levels so that I could build my inventory. And it was, I booked, and I had my launch party, kind of what Lindsey said. I had my launch party, and I had already, before I started even, I had my launch party, I already had other parties booked. I reached out to my friends, my family, the people that I knew that were going to want to support me, and I got those on my calendar immediately. And just like Lindsey said, I had that launch party, and I think I had 4 other parties booked in September, and the momentum just started to build. And I asked everyone at parties if they wanted to have a party. And from there, it just kind of the momentum kept building. The sponsoring piece, I didn't start doing right away. In fact, my very first person I sponsored, I wasn't even trying to sponsor. I just had somebody that was interested in the business, and Lindsey kind of helped walk me through that. And once I had one person on my team, and then she started to be kind of explaining to me the benefit of becoming to a leader, and what the money essentially that you're leaving on the table by not asking people to come join your team was very motivating for me. So I knew I needed to get outside my comfort zone, because I knew that was the part that was going to be harder for me. And I said that to Lindsey, like the selling at the jewelry sales itself, I was doing really well with sales. And the people that are on our team have heard me talk about this, but this for me became my mantra, and what helped me kind of get outside of being afraid to talk to people about it was my husband said to me, Lisa, if you had a stick of gum in your purse and you had somebody sitting next to you, a stranger, and you offered them your gum, and they said no, they didn't want your gum, he goes, would you be upset? Would you be offended? Would you go cry? Because they didn't want your gum. I'm like, well, of course not. I would just put the gum back in my purse. He's like, exactly. It's just a stick of gum. And that changed my whole outlook on this. I'm like, it is. I'm just offering somebody something, and you have to take the emotion out of it. You have to just take the emotion out of it and just look at it like that. Not everyone is going to say yes, but if you continue to ask people and you continue to hear those no's, it gets easier to hear the no's, but you have to hear so many no's before you're going to hear a yes. So by the end of October, I was promoted to group leader, which obviously allowed me to earn Vegas. So that was by the end of my second month, between the launch party and the 4 parties, and also the sponsoring stick of gum approach allowed me to complete the entire glam plan and promote to leader by the end of October. So I would just say it works. It absolutely works if you can commit to it and just work the plan and totally trust Touchstone has given us, the resources are amazing. I can't get over. In fact, I didn't share my takeaway from Vegas, but I will tell you my biggest, as a brand new leader, somebody so new with this company, showing up to something like that, there was so much information, and I was overwhelmed in the best way. But I sat back and was like, wow, I am in the right place at the right time with the right company. Like, the support that is there for us is amazing. That home office staff is amazing. And there is so much room to grow with this company if you just want to commit to it.
Wow. Lisa, that's fantastic. I'm so taken by your whole story. Would you be willing, I'm just curious, would you be willing to share what your incomes have looked like? Not everybody's doing that.
Yeah, you mean for by the end of December, which would be about 3 full months with the company, it was just shy of $10,000. It was $9,500 that I made.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
And
it
what,
is.
what's your plan for the income? What do
Well, we just, over the holidays, I took my family to Florida, and I was able to help pay for our vacation. We did a lot of fun things with the kids. We went to Busch Gardens. We actually, on Christmas morning, we swam with manatees in Crystal River, and just had a really great time. So yeah, it's been fantastic. And I can also add too that because of all those efforts too, I'm completely on target for Hawaii, and I'm determined that I'm going to Hawaii. Wow. And taking my husband and paying for my husband to go to Hawaii with Touchstone money. So
to do all of this, what kind of a pace have you kept in your parties? How many parties do you do a month to do all this?
I would say probably it's varied a little bit, but maybe 6 parties. I can't say I'm always doing 2 a week. I think I was always kind of striving for the 8. But just, sometimes things cancel or holidays and things like that. It hasn't been, to me, it's more fun than work, but it hasn't been that hard. It's been surprisingly easy, especially that promotion to group leader, that first time on the 31st, like when everything retroed back, like when I got the promotion, I was like, wow. And that paycheck went in, it was like, that's when my eyes were wide open. I was like, okay.
Yeah. That changes everything, doesn't it? That's great. Lisa, congratulations. I cannot wait to see that when you earn the trip to Hawaii. That's really going to be an exciting moment.
Yeah, thank you.
That's great. Good. Thanks for sharing all that with us. That was beautiful. I want to also introduce one other person. Rose Budka, also, she reached group leader back in December, and she's not on camera. She had foot surgery about 2 weeks ago, and so she's still not, 100% back to her usual gorgeous frame on the screen here. But Rose lives in Virginia, and she is a part of senior group leader Heather Russell's team. Heather is in Maryland, and Rose, can you hear me? Are you muted or unmuted?
I unmuted.
How are you feeling, girl?
I'm all right. You're right, not 100%.
It's got to be frustrating. You're using one of those knee things to get around, right?
I am.
All right.
I am.
Good. So you have always so impressed me. You started with us back in the spring. Is that right?
In April.
In April. And in your first month in business, what were your sales in April?
11,000 something.
Right. And so you earned 33% of that. And so your income in the month of April was, do you remember?
Fantastic.
No kidding. Seriously. And you are a middle school teacher, so you have your hands full already. So in December you promoted to group leader, which means you have at least 3 people on your team, and you started earning 40%. What did that feel like for you? And do you mind sharing, a little bit more about what that did to your income? You bought something special. I want you to share all that with us.
Oh, let me say I'm having a ball doing this. I love this job. I bought a camper, we used to have an RV, and we sold the RV when my kids grew up. And so I just bought a little camper, and I was able to pay for it with jewelry money, and that was a big deal. So that made me really happy. I did just make team leader. I'm still struggling with adding consultants. That's the piece of the business I'm really focused on.
Good.
When I have parties, I have sales. I have a lot of fun at parties, and I think that, I don't know, people tell me that comes through, and they open their wallets, and that's kind of nice.
And obviously they book parties from you. How many parties did you do throughout the fall?
I honestly don't remember. I really, really don't. I have 4 this month, and I'm doing 2 of them in my house, and I've recruited help for 2 of them because I live up on a 3rd, 4th floor condo. So it's going to be some work.
To get, right.
Yeah.
Because of your foot, right? You have to stay off of it.
Yeah.
Right.
I would let everybody have their parties at my house if I could get them over here.
That would be really convenient, especially right now.
It's nice.
Once your foot is back in gear, what are your goals for February, March, April as far as numbers of parties? Do you see yourself staying consistent?
I like about 4 a month when I'm working
Uh-huh.
during the school year. Double hostess dollar months, I'll book as many as I can and recover the next month.
Right.
Anybody wants to have a party, I'll say yes to it.
Right. I love it. That's great. I love it. Well, Rose, congratulations. We were so deeply excited for you in December. It was really a
Thank
great
you so
promotion
much.
for you. And we've loved you since the minute we met you. And it was great. It's just been really fun to watch you succeed. And to see that picture of your camper was the icing on the cake. That was awesome.
For me too.
All right. Heal up fast. Appreciate you being willing to chat with us.
Thank you.
Sure. One last thing that we want to do before we finish out tonight is have each one of you on chat type in what your personal party goal is for the month of January. And we're going to be drawing, we're going to be doing a prize right now from those responses. So we're going to give you a couple minutes to do chat. And if you can't do chat, number of parties, right, Ginger, number of parties that you intend to hold in the month of January, right? And then I'm going to give you a challenge in about 1 minute. Yep, keep posting them. That's great. Live parties in people's homes or restaurants, not catalog parties, but live parties. How many are you committing to holding yourself because you want to grow your business? This number is your goal. All right, I think we're going to draw 2 prizes, and Lindsay's going to help me go through all the chats. Once we get all the names, we might have to do it once everybody has kind of hung up and we're looking at all the chats, but we'll see if we can get 2 winners out of all of this randomly. Lindsay's got those, counter things that she can do. Random number generators is what I was trying to call them at 10 o'clock at night. Anybody else? Who else? A bunch of good.
I don't know how to do that, but I'm having 6.
Okay, is that Rose? Okay, great.
No, it's Maria.
That's Maria. Okay.
I don't know how to do it either.
Okay. Grab a piece of paper and hold it up. If you have a picture, hold it up.
Uh-oh, now I'm stuck.
Okay. So Lindsay, write down Maria, write down Debbie Pickens.
This is Shanna. I don't know if mine went up. It was my first time buying it.
How many does Debbie want to hold?
6 to 7.
So I'll do a paper too.
Shanna, how about you? Okay.
Shanna, how many for you?
8.
8, thank you.
I get it twice. I didn't work.
Okay.
Thank you.
She's got it. And you got Maria?
I got Maria. I got Debbie. I got, Mary, did I put you in? Let me look. Oh, yep, I got Mary in. Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. How many do you want to hold? And then I'm going to give you a challenge.
Let me check to see anybody, if I can see anybody holding up paper.
Okay, great.
I'm scanning.
While she's doing that and while you're doing this, ladies, do you believe that you get what you focus on?
Yes.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that you get what you focus on? Right.
Yep. Absolutely.
Do you believe that by setting a goal, you're far more likely to actually get somewhere in your business?
Yeah.
Firm goal that you're committing to yourself. Great. I love it. You deserve.
Betsey, can you hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Put me down for 4. I can't find the chat. I'm on my phone.
Okay.
Who is that?
Lisa.
Lisa, thank you, Lisa.
Great.
Lisa Collins.
Lisa Collins. Okay, great. Yay, nice to hear your voice. That's fun.
Wait, my ADHD brain just, what number did she just say?
4.
Lisa, 4. Lisa,
thank you, Lisa.
4. Mm-hmm. Excellent. I love it. And do you all believe that calendar control is everything? That when you decide when to do parties, you become more efficient and more effective?
Yes.
Would you agree with that? Excellent.
Yes.
Right. Do you also believe that you shouldn't stop till you get what you want? I shouldn't use the word should, right? Should. I don't want you to stop till you get what you want. How about that? I will rephrase myself. Don't stop till you get what you want. Best advice I ever got from my upline at my previous company, Betsey, don't stop till you get what you want. And you now know how many parties you want this month. Ladies, don't stop till you get what you want. If you're stuck, ask for help immediately. Ask for intensive help immediately because you can do this. The beautiful thing is that when you get those parties on the calendar and you hostess coach them well, you'll be booking more parties for February more parties for March. Your confidence will increase. Your skill set will increase. Your income will increase. Your team size will increase. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That's what we want for you. We want success. We want you to go, oh my gosh, Touch Toe Crystal is the best thing I've done in such a long time. It's been so much fun. I feel great about myself. I meet amazing women. I work with amazing women. We're going places as a company. We get to spread sparkle every single day. Okay, and Lindsay, are you able to do
I'm still doing it. So I can put them all, I'm just getting all so I can put them into that.
Great, so she's still doing it, and I'm going to issue a challenge. It's a challenge. Today is Monday night. By Friday night, you've got 70, so you've got 70, you have 4 days, whatever many days it is. 4 days. You have 4 days, 96 hours or however many hours that is, to book 2 more January parties. 2 more January parties, and when you do, they have to be brand new. They were not in your calendar already. This is all, I trust you girls, because you know how this works. 2 more parties. I want you to tell your senior director, it's either Terry, Lindsay, Shauna, or myself, whoever senior director is, like Ginger, I'm yours, for example. Tell us by Friday how many brand new parties that you booked for January only, date and hostess name. And you'll be entered into a drawing. I have an entire huge box of jewelry, brand new spring jewelry that just arrived, and I'm going to be giving pieces away. And for every 10 entries that I get, I'm going to be giving away 1 more piece of jewelry. And it's not just earrings. I'm giving away a lot of jewelry. So you want those 2 parties on the calendar for you, and you want them because you could be winning a prize. All right? So the more parties we get, the more jewelry I'm giving away. Okay, any questions about that? Any last ahas, snippets, 10-second snippets that you want to share, like was your big takeaway tonight? Just 10 seconds, you can unmute. Popcorn ideas, but you have to unmute so we can hear you.
Mine was one of the very first things is it's a good idea to let your new consultants do their own launch parties.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh.
Well, we equip them, but we don't necessarily have to go. Yes, exactly. Love it. Good. What else? Who else?
For me, it was offering the opportunity to everybody. I like the idea of having that flyer printed off to just give out with the receipts.
Great. Great. Lovely. Who else? Thank you.
Take the emotion out of it.
Take the emotion out of it.
When you get no's.
Yes.
You keep shooting for the yeses.
That was great advice. Thank you. What else? I'll take 3 more.
Betsy?
Yeah.
I like what you said about don't stop until you get what you want. Very powerful.
Amen. Keep going, girl. Who else? 2 more. Marisa says stick of gum. Marisa says stick of gum. Okay, 1 more. 1 last one, and then we'll close out.
I already printed out a bunch of the coaching. This is what I'm talking for the second time, but this is awesome.
Heather, that's great. I call that moving into action.
Okay.
All right, ladies, congratulations for spending a great hour with us. We so appreciate you being with us tonight. I hope this was really helpful and that this helps you to move into action for a fantastic January. Lindsey Cavanaugh, thank you. I love you. Thank you for working with me on this tonight. And thank you to all of our presenters. Have a great evening, everybody. Have a great January.
Thank you, everybody. Betsy, I'm going to put the winners in now and send them to you in the random drawer thing.
Oh, and who are they? Can you say?
I'm going to send them to you right now. It's all the way through, and then I'm going to send you that link so you'll be able to see the wheel spin.
Oh, are you spinning the wheel right now?
I'm putting all the people in.
Oh,
I should have just done a numbers assigned to it, but I'm trying to put them all into that wheel thing.
You're
So
the best.
I might give up on that and go to the next option.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, so much. Shortly. Promise, shortly.
Okay. Well, I'll hold on. If y'all want to hang on, we can make her really nervous and wait for her. But otherwise, we will post them immediately as soon as we get their numbers.
Well, I'll send them to you and you can go live with it. No, we'll do it 1 second.
Okay. All right.
We have so many. I don't want to miss any.
I know.
So I'm not fully hanging up, so I'm just double checking to make sure that I didn't give somebody a number.
Okay. Lindsay,
thank you everybody so much.
Thank you, ladies. We appreciate you so much. I'm so excited for all of you. It's going to be a great month. I love watching Lindsay sweat. She just glows.
I know, I'm counting them. I don't want to make sure I don't miss any.
You're the best. Thank you so much.
Well, that'd be horrible if I skipped a whole section, because every time another one would write, it would pop up. So okay. This is the most awesome thing ever to have this many people on here and commenting too, by the way.
It's really fun. Yeah.
Good problem to have, to take a minute to do this.
It's fun. Okay. I'm looking at all the numbers too. I'm scrolling back up to see.
Betsy?
Yeah.
Where is the download of the host coaching information?
It's you go to resources.
Oh, it's on. Okay.
Yeah. So
I thought it was connected to Zoom somehow.
Oh, right. It's to resources, and then you scroll down. Scroll all the way down to host coaching tools. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th section down under resources. So you go to resources, to downloads, and then scroll down to the 5th one down. It's one of the host coaching. It's under host coaching tools.
Okay, the first one, I gave up on that other way. The first one is, Nihan is the first one.
Nihan, great.
Yeah. First winner.
All right, prize.
Second is, of course, it has to be this number. I have to count all the way up. Jenny. Let's see if Jenny had a last. I wrote down Jenny only. Let's see what her last name is. Jenny.
You have Jenny Beth.
I don't have a Jenny, so I'm rolling back through because I was just writing down their names on here.
If it's Jenny. Okay. All right. Yep. I'll confirm that.
Perfect.
Great.
And
all right.
Are you doing another one, Betsy?
Sure. Let's do one more.
Okay. And Nora.
Nora. Hey. Excellent. Okay.
Awesome.
All right, ladies. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Loved seeing all of you.
Perfect. Thank you, everybody, so much. Have a good night.
Thank you, Lindsay. Take care.
Sorry for the delay, everybody.
That was fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Sorry, my volume wasn't working earlier. You couldn't hear me?
It was just cutting out. Sorry, Betsy. Go ahead.
It was that.
Maybe it's that.
That was
all right, next time I'll do it from my husband's office.
Oh, probably. Yeah, that'll help.
All right, thank you.
All right, darling. Love seeing you.
Even on my pajamas.
What?
Do it again.
So even